Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Cannon can take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars and the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Aggression in their voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Can in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. We live and loud, that break in the mind. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, they're a force can't fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning. Welcome to Ken and Joe in the morning, because there's no other Ken today. He's out. Just me, Joe, Fred, you guys, football. Good morning.
See the news last night?
The Max Crosby with the Undertaker gift? Yeah. I figured you'd like that when that came out.
Well, because all day long, it was like I was hitting F5, like to see what's happening. You know, like are they going to retrade him? It's going to be hard because his trade value got tanked by Baltimore. So like, what are they going to do? You know, and I read a report before about I want to say 3 or 4 hours before he came out with that tweet that said basically that Max Crosby had, as soon as he got back from Baltimore, as soon as he got off the plane, he went straight to the facility.
Oh, looks like you froze on me, Joe. I'll wait for Joe to come back. Yeah, so the report I saw too is that so basically when Max gets off the airplane in Vegas from flying back from Baltimore, went straight to the Raiders facility, continued the rehab. No stop. He's like, all right, whatever. Back to the facility, back to working out I go. And that's what happened. I don't know why Joe froze. So yeah, I mean, this whole drama, man. Oh,
Man, all of a sudden the internet just cut out. But while he was there, he had spoken to the higher ups, and he viewed it as like the football gods have spoken kind of thing, you know, where it's like if he was really supposed to leave, then it would have worked out. And so he basically, this is just what I read, that he basically told them, look, dude, like I'm back, I'm in, I'm a Raider for life. Like, you know, I took this as a sign that I'm not supposed to leave. So, you know, if he's really all in, I'm with it, man. You know, I'm with it. Like, but he's got to prove it, you know, and that means get off the fucking podcasts. Like, not that you can't do podcasts, but just like stop with the cryptic posting and all that shit. Like, you're either a Raider or you're not, dude. Be all in, you know. Like, let's put all this you want to be traded shit to rest once and for all, you know.
yeah. I mean, I think he's going to be a Raider. You know, I mean, Bears fans are still saying, "Oh, we need Max, we need Max." Okay, great. But with what capital are you getting Max Crosby in Chicago? You know, I mean, really, I mean, his trade value, you know, and I've seen packages where it wasn't 2 firsts, but it'd be like a first, a second, and a player. Like, okay, I mean, you know, but like, do you want Dio? Because that's the player they're attaching a lot of.
No.
Probably not. You know,
And it's not, yeah, and honestly, at this point, like, I don't want any trade compensation. Like, at this point, and it's not like I'm taking my ball and going home thing, but
Well-
even if we were, you know, like, I don't even want 2 firsts. I just want like I want Max with the improvements that we've made to the defense. Like, I want to see how that pans out with Mendoza and, a new offensive line, like, especially with Linderbaum anchoring that line, which that's the only thing on my mind right now is that, so Nakobe Dean signed his contract last night, but Linderbaum still hasn't signed his contract. And I'm like sitting here, like, just waiting. Like, come on, dude, sign the contract already. Like,
Yeah, well, and you guys still have money to spend. I mean, that's the thing. You still got money to spend. Oh, Vogel's coming up today too. Good morning, Will. They still
Morning,
got money.
Ken.
They still got money to spend. So it's like the Raiders not only can draft some O line help, but they can still sign some O line. Not that there's a lot of O line help left to be drafted, but I mean, yeah. Wait, um, dude, Fred is not wrong. He's like, come on, Joe, go look at the Lions, Bears pages. Those idiots are still screaming for Crosby, even though neither team can afford to pay him.
I mean, I don't think they're idiots for that. You don't know until you know, right? Like, make the call. If you think that your offer is strong enough, like, make the call and
Not
see
that
what
the
John
offer,
Spytek says.
like for the Bears, for instance, they spent their cap money. I mean, they would have to undo all their signings almost, to make the trade.
So you can thank the Baltimore Ravens for that, sir.
And I'm fine with it because I'm good with what the Bears did. In fact, I'm more than good. I think they got a baller in Devin Bush.
Yeah.
I think they got, with Kobe Bryant, they got a good safety.
But Ken, I'm trying to turn the Bears fans against the Ravens fans. So you're not helping my cause here.
Well, no, I mean the Ravens front office are douchebags.
Hey, Ken, isn't Kobe Bryant also a lot younger than Kevin Byard?
Yeah, that's the big reason there. Will, I mean, Byard signed yesterday with
New England?
don't tell me, the Patriots, and kind of saw that coming. But he's younger by more than a few years, right? So that was a good signing for the Bears. A little bit more money, but now they got some longevity and some youth. And you know what? Brisker's still out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard nothing about.
You guys have heard of the Jerky Boys before, right?
No.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is, but this morning, Will, you kind of sound like Saul Rosenberg, dude. I'm not, and that's not an insult. I'm just saying, like, his voice, doesn't it? He's like, my name is Saul Rosenberg.
Sal Rosenberg.
I
you know what? Yeah. I tell you what, though,
I love you, man, but
I give Ken grief because it's the Bears, but you know what? I'm happy they got Garrett Bradbury. I think Garrett Bradbury is a stud, and you get this guy for a 5th round pick. A 5th round pick for a starting center in the NFL. That is a steal of a deal. And you know what? When do you ever see that happen? A 5th round pick for a guy who's starting in the NFL? Hey,
and Will's not wrong with 5th round pick for a starting center, which is
I give the Bears crap, but here are my flowers. Great move.
Well, and Will, I mean, you're right, because like a starting center in a league that's dying for offensive line help right now, to get a starting center on the AFC a team that just won the AFC Championship, won the Super Bowl. He started every game. I get it. His PFF rank was like 27, but look, you're playing next to Joe Thuney. That's going to help. Dude. The rest of that Bears offensive line helps him. Familiarity with Thuney helps him off the rip. As far as the getting, the chemistry with some of the line. So, and look at the Bears wasted no time, right? Like Gallman and retires with 72 hours. All right, the new center's in the building.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, I give the Bears crap, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears O-line is up there top 10 this year because how
well it was last year. I mean, there's going to be drop off.
With every drop off,
but not massive. And then the Bears, speaking of offensive line, this one didn't get Well, the Bears, by the way, looked into Linderbaum. And then they saw the price tag and they said, nah, it's okay. And then we signed the left tackle yesterday. We signed Jedrick Wills, who missed all of last year with the knee injury, right? And he'll compete.
Who did you
Um,
sign?
Jedrick Wills. So
He was a
he was
bear, Brown, wasn't he?
he was a Brown. He was selected number 10 overall in the 2020 draft.
Oh, I remember Jedrick Wills. Yeah.
He had an MCL tear in week 9 of 24. Didn't play it all last year. But he basically opted to sit out last year to make sure he was fully healed. So, it's going to be Braxton, Theo, and look, they signed him on a 1-year deal, right? So, look, the guy took a year. He's a year and a half removed from the knee injury. His numbers have been slipping, but he's been fighting lots of injuries. Well, he's at a year and a half. He should be healthy. You would think.
Yeah, and
right?
you know what? What's it called? I can't even remember what I was going to tell you. Sorry.
Well, I mean, so it's a low risk.
Now I remember, but go ahead.
It's low risk, high reward for the Bears.
You know what? Like I said, I crap on the Bears, but I also like that Devin Bush signing too.
Fred doesn't. Fred's like, yeah, he's iffy. I'm like, okay,
because I've always liked Bush.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I have no problems with the signing. He's a tackling machine, which the Bears need some tackling. They got, we got some tackling linebackers.
Hey, Ken, I want to ask you one more thing. Do you think the Bears are done, or do you think you see a few more little pieces?
To answer that question, let me see here. Let me look it over the cap real quick. I think we're kind of done. We got $6.8 million before, and we haven't without drafting. Now they got some restructures they could do, but not much. But we need safety. So
who's out there for safety? There's got to be a few.
Well, the big one. No, the big question I'm asking on the Bears is: do we resign Jaquan Brisker?
Yeah.
Is Kwani B coming back? That's what I want to know. I mean, you had him back, and now you need one more on the roster, which maybe you draft. Right now we've got two safeties signed. Yep, Snoop Van Poop. There's my brother. Bring back Kwani B.
Snoop?
I agree. I mean, a lot of Bears fans want it. Kwani's been, let me check his Twitter today, his X today, because he's been kind of quiet. He's had some kind of cryptic posts lately. Let's see if he has anything today. No, he just has the Byards signing from last night. And then he posted about Nahshon Wright getting signed away to the Jets. I mean, I hope Kwani, I hope they could get him for like $5 million or so. I mean, maybe he does a 1-year, prove it deal again, or maybe a 2-year with a lot of incentives, or a 3-year with a lot of incentives. But I think he'd be good to bring back to the Bears. I love him as a Bear. I mean, the concussion was freaky that it took him out for 8 games, 9 games? No, more than that. What was that, week 6 he got hurt, right? And he got the concussion. Week 5, week 6, and he was out the rest of the season. And he said he had to retrain his entire body. And last year, you could tell in the beginning, you could tell a little bit the way he was hitting. By the end of the year, he was hitting again, though. Like he was hitting, like he figured it out, like how to do it right, with to protect himself. And I really hate, and Joe, this is what I really hate when we get folks talking about guys like that concussion. Oh, they're one hit away from never playing again. That's every player in the league, dude. You know what I mean?
Seriously. You know what? I
Yes,
agree, Ken.
yeah, I'm with you, but also brain damage is real, man, and not all concussions are built the same, Ken. Like,
right, but I mean, the whole argument that, I wouldn't give him any money because he's one hit away from being out forever. Well, you know what? Max Crosby is one bad hit on his knee away from being out forever, too. You're still going to pay him.
Yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a contract. I'm just saying not all concussions are built equal. Like there's some that I mean that's why they have grades of concussions, right? Like there's severity grades, and like no concussion is a good concussion. You know what I mean? Like it's all bad for you, dude. Like it's so, and if he had to retrain his body on certain things, that means that was a bad concussion, dude. Like so I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a contract. Like you can make a full recovery from a concussion, but I would be not even as a team, but for him, like as if I was Brisker, it would be a bit in the back of my mind, like, dude, how many more of these do I want to take? Like, you know, like I'd like to enjoy my quality of life when I'm 45.
Well, I mean, he still obviously wants to
He wants to play. And you can't stop the dude from wanting to play, right? Like, it's just I wish more of these. But the thing is, again, it's the NFL, man. Concussions happen all the time. You're basically getting in a car wreck every play, dude. Like, you know.
And there's some guys who know what to stop and some guys who don't.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I
Why
mean,
would Minnesota want Kyler Murray? Because they don't want to. They don't want to trot out dog shit JJ McCarthy next season. Like
yeah, I think
that's a good reason to want Kyler Murray.
yeah, Snoop. They said at the end of last year they were going to like open it up, like where there was going to be competition for JJ. Because let's face it, dude. Last year was year 2 of JJ, and he's played about what a third of the 2 years, and of the third of the 2 years he's played, it was iffy. Moments of ooh, okay, this is why we drafted him, and moments of oh, maybe we shouldn't have drafted him. So, and look, it's going to be a league minimum for Kyler Murray, who's visiting with the Vikings today, as a matter of fact.
I don't let him leave the building without signing that contract.
Yeah, Kyler's trash. I mean, look, say what you want to say about the Keebler Elf, but you know what? Brissett played well last year, but when Murray had missed time with injury and was out, like there was a noticeably huge difference in that team without Murray, and it wasn't good when he was out. And when he came back, all of a sudden they were competitive. Kyler Murray is not a terrible quarterback. I think part of it, scheme was bad there. There were some other issues, and I mean, look, let's not take what happened in Arizona and put it all on Kyler Murray, because Arizona's had a lot of issues for more than a few years now with personnel, coaching, scheme, injuries. It's been if it could go wrong, it's gone wrong for Arizona for the most part. Very little has gone right. Even when they went out, they got the big wide receiver. Marvin Harrison Jr. has not really worked out. He's been okay. He's been good, but not like they thought he would be good.
Not a game changer.
Right, exactly. And that's what they thought. Like this would be Megatron, changing games, making life easy on quarterbacks. It hasn't been that. Right? It's been drama with jersey contracts and everything else. And I mean, Arizona's had some issues. Now, look, you put Kyler in Minnesota with KOC, the quote-unquote quarterback whisperer, maybe you're cooking with a little more butter. I mean, and yeah, there you go, Fred. Can he really be any worse than JJ was last year?
Yeah, dude. Like, I honestly, I've been saying it. I think Kyler can succeed there. Like, they have the wide receiver core. They have a running game. Their defense is aging. They're going to have, they're going to struggle a little bit on defense this year unless they can replace a lot of these older guys with young draft picks that produce right away. But they're not completely in the toilet. Like, they can be a competitive team. And if Kyler, I think they're a lot more competitive with Kyler than I do with JJ. That's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth.
I assume we'll see a signing today after the visit. I don't think league minimum, dude. League minimum. Come on, that's all he's getting. He knows it.
Yeah, you're playing with house money at this point. Like, although what I'd be interested to know, is this the last year of his contract with Arizona? So Arizona's paying off the last of his contract, or is Minnesota going to have to assume that contract next year? because that makes a difference too.
Let me find out. Won't be on the roster. Oh, Kyler Murray's still showing up top there. I like how they lined him out. His contract.
Well, they cut him, so Minnesota wouldn't have to assume his contract next year, right? Because they cut him, the contract becomes void, and then it's just Arizona has to eat the dead cap, right?
Yeah, let me see. Dead money. 2027, 7.2 million is dead cap for 2027. For 2026, the cap number is 52 million. Yeah, it's 52 million. I'm sorry. Let me see what the dead is. Let me back up. But there's dead cap for 27. For 26, let me see. He was pre-June or post-June 1st, doesn't he, right? Dead cap was 47 million this year. And then for 27, like I said, dead cap. Oh, dead cap is only 3 million. And then his dead cap next year is 7.2. So you could do a 2-year contract where year one's league minimum, and then next year maybe it's like 15 mil, right? And get a pretty decent 2-year contract out of it. Or you just do the 1 year, prove it deal and see what you get.
Of who as Prince?
No, he's
CW. Yeah, who's CW?
I'm trying to think of who he's meaning as CW. Yeah, he'll put it there. Yeah, I'll get the whole Purple Rain reference. Fred, you might have to explain that one because I remember the movie, love the soundtrack. Caleb Williams. Oh, okay. Dude, Caleb, yeah, that's what he's meaning. Well, I get it because Caleb Williams has made it very known that he wants Max on the team. He wants Max on the team. So I get it. But Bears aren't doing it, man. I mean, Snoop, I've looked at it. I can't see any way the Bears can afford it. And I don't know what they could offer up. And then you still got a Dio situation. And he's trying to breathe because he has only so many letters to post, I guess. Okay. I don't know how the Bears can make that happen. They got $8 million in cap right now, and you still have things to happen. Yeah, Purple Rain, it's not happening. It says Billy. Good morning, Billy. Look, Max ain't coming to Chicago. It just doesn't. They got $8 million in cap. We still need 2 safeties in the roster just to fill the roster out. I hope they go with Kwani. Bring back Kwani B. Let's go Jaquan Brisker.
Hey, on a separate note, real quick, am I the only one who thought Apollonia was fine as hell in that movie?
No, you weren't.
You remember the part when he makes her jump in the lake? Oh boy! Oh my goodness!
And Prince had, dude. Well, I won't divert into Prince and his every album a new female, and every album that female happened to be his new girlfriend, to include Diamonds and Pearls.
So, don't hate the player, hate the game.
No, yeah, Prince, man. Tell you what, the guy was something else.
Something else.
So hey, now we got Billy here too. So the Bears still have not made a decision on where they're going. So to me, they're going to wait in the state of Illinois. And the state of Illinois goes back into session next week, which hopefully they'll talk about the Bears stadium, right, in Arlington. I can't stress this enough. The Bears have set the lowest bar. The lowest bar for the state of Illinois. Infrastructure, locked in tax. Basically no more than $9 million a year, which is what the Rams pay for SoFi. That's it. And if the state of Illinois can do that, we'll start building in Arlington Heights this year. Why do I have this weird feeling that the state of Illinois is going to jack this all up?
Yeah.
Low bar.
And meanwhile, Hammond, the city of Hammond, is like playing it super, super chill, dude. Like they could have been like, hey, look, dude, we already got our house in session. We got a deal waiting for you. They could put pressure on the Bears, like, hey, you need to make a decision. But instead, they're just sitting back and they're like being patient with it. I think it's a smart move on their part.
Yeah, they've got a signed bill by the governor to fund the whole project, to do the whole kit and caboodle. And now they're just chilling out, drinking their coffee, like, all right, Illinois, let's see what you do.
Yeah, it's the perfect for me. It's the perfect look for them. It's like you're not too thirsty, you know. It's like if you want it, it's here. You know, you call us. You know.
Yeah, you asked for it, we got it done, but we understand the ex is still trying to keep you. And we get the emotional baggage there. So
Mhm.
no pressure. But when you're ready, we're here, and we're here
Mhm.
for you. When she treats you like crap again, we're here for you. Don't worry, we got you. I mean, I agree, Joe. That's kind of what it feels like. Um, yeah, I mean, a couple questions in this league, and actually, there are a couple other. You got the Bears Stadium question. You've got some quarterbacks out there. Hello, Pittsburgh. What the hell are you doing? Right? And I get it, Rodgers. Oh my God! Did you see the thing about Aaron Rodgers that broke yesterday?
No.
Supposedly, Aaron Rodgers has been married since like 2018 or 2017, and he just kept it a secret from everyone because his wife didn't want to be a football wife, and she refused to move to Green Bay. Packer fans, I need to know what's up with this, man. If you heard anything on that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go ahead and keep my comments to myself on that one.
Yeah, Billy, I tend to agree with you on that because they set the bar so low. But Billy, the thing is, and I've been seeing it from here in Florida. I can only imagine what you're seeing back home in Chicago. Um, there's a push out of the Chicago Democrats in the state government to not pass the bill unless it's in Chicago. They're like, unless they build in Chicago, they're not building. That's the vibe I'm getting from the Chicago politicians. So that could be interesting. It was a Harley. He had a Kawasaki, but he also had a Harley. What's up, Mitch? But this whole thing about Aaron Rodgers having a secret. I mean, I mean, dude. But look at that's so Aaron Rodgers, man. If that's true, that's so Aaron Rodgers, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't blame him either, man. Just try to be as normal as you can, right? I mean, I have a certain amount of respect for Aaron Rodgers for a few things he's done in his career / life. I mean, that would actually be another one.
Yeah, but it's kind of a strange move, like because that means you're not living together because you got to live where you're playing in the in the off season you're training like during the season, so it's like you're not living with your wife full time like that's hard. I mean, if they can make it work, good on them, but that's hard, dude. Like how do you, or maybe that was the whole point. Maybe Aaron Rodgers is like, yeah, you know what? Like, I get to say I have a wife. Like, I get to see her when I want to, but I don't like, she doesn't have to be around all the time. Like, maybe that works for him, dude. I don't know.
Okay, now they're saying, and they met in 2017, got married in 2025. She's a very private person. Cool. There's not much on her anywhere, and that's cool. They like to be private, but I mean, I kind of get it, man. Like, I kind of get it. Not many people know much about her, and that's by design. I mean,
Well, look at the big deal they were making out of all of his girlfriends, right?
yeah. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Like,
I mean, I don't even know how.
it made a lot of headlines when he was with Danica Patrick or with these other women. Like, so I get it.
I mean, dude, look at she's only 20 years old.
even more. Good on him, dude. Like, if you got it like that, why not?
Anyway, he's 41 and they met 9 years ago. What, he met her when she was 11?
She's only 20 years old right now.
That's,
That can't be.
that can't be right.
I'm
She was
thinking
born
he
in
met her
20
when she was
Dude,
20 and she's like
no.
29 now.
Oh, dude, they're saying she was born in 2005. Holy crap.
What the heck?
That's okay.
That seems
That
creepy. That's creepy.
that's yeah, dude. Come on.
Ew.
And he met her.
You met her when she was 11, and he's like,
11
"I'm gonna
or 12.
marry that girl someday." Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's interesting.
oh, dude. So we always talk about Gardner Minshew and his MILF van. Now we got like a different kind of van.
Yeah. And he says he
Yeah.
revealed he met her in 2017 when she was like 12 years old. I'm like, really, dude?
And dude, that's not a good look.
Mm, mm, mm. Someone was at Epstein Island.
Hey, Rod, come on, bro.
But it goes back, getting off of that icky topic. What do the Steelers do at quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers is probably going to come back, dude. I'm thinking he's
I
going to come
think you
back. He's just
draft
doing his
one.
usual ayahuasca tour.
I think you should give Will Howard a little bit of a shot, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rodgers comes back for a year because, hey, look, McCarthy's now the head coach.
Well, not just that, but they just got Michael Pittman, like, to add to DK Metcalf. Like, there's some more offensive talent fireworks in the building. Like, who knows, man?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Bears fans will be happy to know that Orlando Brown Jr. cannot become a Bear again because the Bengals extended him. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, man, there was not, after the Trey Hendrickson deal yesterday, there was not much in the NFL. It's like everyone spent the whole day to stop and pause because of what happened with the whole Baltimore thing. I had no one always keeping her private. She's a baby. Jeez. That whole thing, that Pittsburgh, man. I mean, what's he gonna? After he revealed this, I don't even know what did the fans of Pittsburgh even want him back.
Hmm. He'll be back. I think he'll be back. He's doing his ayahuasca tour. He's got to find himself again, and then he'll come back. And
Dude, 21 years his junior. He's literally twice her age.
So this is like a Belichick thing.
Oh yeah. No, because Belichick probably at least met his wife when she wasn't a preteen, or his girlfriend. They don't get married. But I mean, he said he met her in 2017.
That's weird.
Things that make you go, we're all just waiting on Kyler Murray to sign a contract today so we can say how, it's about time, Minnesota. I mean, I'm surprised he doesn't have the contract on the plane. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, hey, some breaking news from Adam Schefter. It turns out there was a Philadelphia payoff in the Ravens-Eagles Jair Alexander trade last November. The Eagles received an $889,000 salary cap credit and the cash itself, which Alexander paid back to the Eagles, even though he never played a game for the franchise. Interesting. I don't get I don't get that. I don't. But okay. Dude, the money in the NFL is so strange and stupid. I don't get how they do their math. I really don't get how they do their math. It makes absolutely no sense how football math happens. But that's interesting news that he broke. I mean, that's where we're at free agent frenzy, man. We're at the end of the week. Now it's going to be trickles, a guy here, a guy there. For the Bears, I think we're waiting to see Kwani B. For the Raiders, you're looking for offensive linemen.
I'm looking for Tyler Linderbaum to sign his contract. That's what I'm looking for. Because it all hinges on that. Like all those defensive pieces we picked up are great, but if Linderbaum isn't signed, that's he was the biggest piece that we needed this offseason because it starts with center, dude. Like that was our biggest problem on the offensive line last year was that Jordan Meredith and it is just not a good center. Like he's just not. He doesn't call out the right protections, and he got Geno, and Geno was having to spend the time that he's supposed to be diagnosing the play at the line, diagnosing the coverage. He's having to call out protections.
So PF or Over the Cap says that he signed it already.
Really? Because they would have. I think they would have announced that they showed Nakobe Dean signing his contract last night. They had a little video vignette thing of him signing his contract. He gave a little message to the Raider Nation. I'm juiced for that too. Nakobe Dean's a stud, dude.
No, that was never a good signing.
I haven't seen Quay sign his contract yet.
Let me do this. Over. Yeah, I haven't seen anything posted anywhere else, but they say that he has. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, that's we'll have to keep an eye out. I mean, you guys still got a lot of money. You got $37 million with Linderbaum's contract, by the way. So you got about $37 million. And Max Crosby on there. Yeah. So if we look at who's still a free agent, which position are you looking at? Left guard, right guard? What are you looking at?
Well,
or you want me to just look?
I honestly, we need a right tackle, but we could draft one. But I'm looking at like either a right tackle or maybe another safety.
Well, just let me go this way. Here's some guys who are still free agents out here right now. Tyreek Hill still a free agent. Deebo Samuel still a free agent. Stephon Diggs still a free agent. 3 wide receivers that could help. At right tackle, Juwan Taylor. Taylor Decker at left tackle is still out there. There are Bears fans who want him. You're not going to get him. Sorry. Marshawn Lattimore is out there. Trayvon Diggs is out there in the corners. Christian Kirk, remember his big contract with the Texans? Yeah, he's out there now. Elton Jenkins from the Packers is out there.
No, he got signed. Elton Jenkins got signed by the Browns, I thought. Unless they reneged.
Last thing I saw on him was when he got released.
Yeah, no, I saw a thing that he got picked up. I saw it on ESPN. He got picked up by the Browns.
No. The last news on him. Oh, wait. The Browns did sign him. Just think it reported too heavily. Yep, they signed him. All right, so Elton Jenkins is off the board. Let me see who else we got out there. Jonah Williams, Hargrave got signed, right? Yeah, he got signed. Hassan Reddick's out there. Darnell Mooney's out there. Why do we say that? I think Darnell Mooney would be smart for the Raiders too, but Joey Bosa is still out there. Jonnu Smith is out there. I mean, Cam Robinson. Wait. Yeah. Nope, he's not out there. The Bears have. DJ Reader, Kyle Duggar.
I wouldn't mind taking a look at DJ Reader if the price was right, just because we need more defensive tackle help. And if we're running a 3-4, he could probably play the 3-4 nose.
Mekhi Becton's still out there. I mean, there's some guys out there, man, and some decent players. And you're at that point now, free agency. Like, I'm surprised, like, someone hasn't come up and given Tyreek Hill a league minimum, or Debo a league minimum.
Somebody will. It won't be the Raiders, I don't think, though, because it just. I'm not trying to get like, it's not really political, but just the fact that like he has domestic violence charges in his past. The Raiders won't sign anybody with those kind of charges because of Fred Biletnikoff. Fred Biletnikoff's daughter was killed in a domestic violence type of situation, and so out of respect to Fred, they won't pick up anybody with those kind of charges.
Fred, okay, so here's the thing. It's like the Max Crosby deal. 32 doctors, 32 different ways of looking at 32 different ways of assessing risk. Right? So the rate, the Packers may, and sometimes, let's be honest, it's just an excuse for you were just outside of it. So, like, okay, if I want to keep you, Fred, it's like your PT test or your Air Force. You don't know what that means. What do you guys do? Your 1.5-mile run. So, you come in 1 second over your time limit, but someone just pencil whips a second off, right? You're okay. We got you. But next week, man, you pissed off command. Yeah, we ain't pencil whipping that second off this time. That kind of happens, right, with these physicals. Yeah, the knee. Yeah, but he's okay. You really need him. Yeah, I mean, come on, let's face it. If they can use it as an excuse to keep you or get rid of you. Look at Max Crosby. They knew everything before they made that trade. Because look, if you're Baltimore, you had surgery 6 weeks ago. Do you not think they asked for all the images and doctor's notes and all the medical information? Of course they did. But then when someone's agent calls, say, look, you don't have to give up the draft picks and you can get Trey Hendrickson for similar money and keep your draft picks. Like, oh yeah, no, the knee's not good for us now. So it's subjective. And the Browns are like, well, we really need them. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll take the risk. So, I mean, that's what happens with that. You see that especially with the bigger contracts, I think they save money on medical release versus a straight up release too. Right? I mean, if it's a medical release, it hits them differently, I think, than if it's just a regular release. Oh, he failed the physical. He's not physically able to perform. Okay, well, you save a few bucks on the dead money, maybe. And once again, that's one of those hidden NFL things in the NFL math that we don't see, but it's there, right? So, yeah, that's how that happens.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, this is one of those dead days of free agency, man, that you kind of hate. But like Tyreek Hill, like someone's going to take a shot. Debo, someone's going to take a shot. Wait, Debo, he's just a free agent, right? Though he wasn't cut.
He's a free agent. I don't know if he was cut or not.
He was. Yeah, let me see. I don't think he's carrying any dead money. Oh yeah, he is. He's carrying $12.3 million in dead cap from the Commanders.
Well, that means they're carrying that, not him, right? Like the new team's not going to assume that dead cap.
Yeah, they paid him his cap number last year was $5 million. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone takes a flyer on Debo. I mean, dude, Debo ain't worried, man. He's still making.
I might consider it in Tennessee, dude. Like you need help,
No, that makes sense.
I also might consider, if I was Tennessee, I also might consider Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. Yeah, he was expensive, but yeah, I'd consider him. Taylor Decker is still, if you need a left tackle out there. Marshawn Lattimore, he's been up and down, but if you need a corner, it's funny, both Diggses, Tavon and Stephon are jobless right now.
I wouldn't mind if the Raiders were to look at Lattimore, but I just think he's going to want too much money.
Yeah, he made a lot of money last year. That's a problem with these guys who made like, and their APY is up there so good. Like Tyreek Hill's current APY is 30 mil. But then again, with Tyreek Hill, you don't have to pay him 30 mil because he's got dead cap money for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay him 30 mil. I don't think he's worth that anymore.
No, but I mean, you don't have to. You can get
No, I know
the
what you're
minimum
saying.
right now because Miami's.
I'm just saying I don't know why how they still
Lattimore,
have this 30 mil number.
he's worth. Oh, yeah, they do something with the analytics and all that good stuff. I mean, look at Tavon Diggs and Lattimore. They have being worth 19.4 apiece. For Trayvon and Marshall. I mean, dude, some of these guys are gonna have to come off their money mark though, because like you're not going to get that kind of money at this point. If you were going to get that kind of money, you would have been signed already.
Yeah.
Because now you're at that point of free agency where you're like teams have their last couple of dollars for the most part. Even the Raiders, if you think about it, the Raiders have 37 million. Yeah, but they spent 80 million already. They're at their last,
and they have to sign a draft class, and they also have you want to have some money during the season in case somebody gets hurt that you can go out and get a guy.
Well, but Joe, let's add something different to that. Let me go back to the Raiders cap. Okay, because the Raiders, they have 61 guys under contract and 37 million. So 61 under contract, but only 53 will count. So you know what I mean? You've got 8 guys that you've got under contract that are going to fall off. You figure an average of $1 million per or close to. Okay, the Quay Walker money's not added in there yet. Neither is Eric Stokes or Matt Gay. But, dude, you got 8 guys. The lowest price is $885,000 to $1 million. So you got like another 7 mil left. So, like when you look at the Bears, that's another example I'll throw out there. Because Bears fans like, we got 8 million. Yeah, but we got 63 signed. So you still got another roughly $10 million in play money, right? About. So you know what I'm saying? There's people don't look at that. They don't they because right now the cap number is everyone you've got signed. Your practice squad, everyone that you've got signed to the roster. That's why they don't have to become compliant until just before week 1. Because you're going to look like you're Jesus, Mitch. You're going to look at these cap numbers now and you're going to go, well, we don't have money. Well, yeah, you do. How many do you have signed? We got 65 guys signed today. They said we're negative $1 million. Well, you're probably plus 10 million at that point. You know what I mean? Yeah, the money side of the game is so confusing with the NFL. I wish we could get like one of these NFL money gurus on this show. I mean, it'd have to be a June, July show because it's almost like the jock tax, which now that I look back at it, Joe, I'm so happy we did that show on the jock tax 2 years ago because it's given us all a frame of reference, right?
Yeah, but I think even if you had a money expert on here, like one of these financial gurus, by the end of the show, we would probably understand even less than we do now.
This would be us by the end of the show.
Yeah, like,
now. But I mean, just even to go through some of these intricate pieces would be interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against it. I'm just saying I don't think we'd come away understanding it, like the magic of it.
We'd be just as confused as ever, or maybe a little less confused. Fred might get it. Those Air Force guys, they get these weird things. I mean, these guys were smart enough to join a branch of service where they build the barracks, the chow hall, the golf course first, and then go to Congress and say, hey, we're the Air Force and we need money for a runway. Well, then we $1 billion to build a base. You did, and we still need a runway. So, I mean, yeah, the money situation's weird, but I mean, I guess, but like the Bears, even if you give them another 10 mil, it's 18 mil. They don't have enough to make the Max Crosby. So stop thinking about guys. And even if they restructured everyone's contract, it's really hard. And by the way, we got some guys going to have to pay here pretty soon because rookie contracts don't last forever. They don't last forever. The Raiders, though, man, they still can do a lot.
I think they're done. I mean, they might look at one more guy. Just
No, they have to spend, dude.
Ken, I'm gonna
Raiders
head
have-
out. You guys have a good day.
Yep, have a good one, brother.
I don't think so, man. They have to have got close to the floor by now.
No,
Like they
dude,
spent
you got
280 something million.
Dude, you got 37.9 mil left. You got to get to 90%. Well, maybe
Yeah,
they
I don't
are
know.
close.
I don't know the numbers, but
They're close.
with the
Take
draft
15
class, I
mil,
mean,
well, over the cap does not have Quay Walker's money in there yet, so that's going to change. I think the real number is 25 mil is what I've seen reported, right? So you figure what 15 mil for draft picks. So yeah, they'll give them about 10 million to go into the season with 10 million. Maybe they are about done.
that's what I'm thinking. Unless they could get somebody on the cheap that they think can produce, like if they could get a guy for 2 or 3 million that is taking a deal, like taking a pay cut kind of a deal, like a prove it deal, then like I mean, shoot, if we could get Trayvon Diggs for 5 million, I might consider it.
Oh wait, no, Fred wasn't. I'm sorry, it's Vinny who's there for us. I'm sorry, Fred. I look, I gave you credit where credit wasn't due. I'm sorry. A space cadet. There you go. So that explains a few things. He was a space cadet. Once again, gotta know math. See, Fred mathing it with the space cadet stuff. Nerd. Remember when that was an insult to call someone a nerd? Now it's not. Nerd. Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, the money thing is just weird. Max isn't going anywhere. There aren't any. Some of these guys holding out for the big money. The last big contract we just saw Trey Anderson. I don't think there's another big contract out there. You're going to see some league minimums now. You're going to see some guys like Kyler Murray come off the board, and you got some teams that haven't done anything.
Stephon Diggs might get a decent contract, like a 1-year deal. I don't think he's going to break the bank, but he might get like maybe 10 or 15 million for a year.
Maybe. I mean,
I could also see it like 8,
Yeah, that's but you're at that point in the season. Like, do you want to play?
Mhm.
Um,
Better to make 8 million than no million.
let me see what safeties are out there too. Just out of curiosity. And of course, this is the over the cap page one. So Kyler Duggar's out there, Andre Sisco's out there, Donovan Wilson's out there, Geno Stone, Jamie Ward, Xavier Woods, Taylor Rapp. These are all guys that played last year. Tony Adams. Brisker's out there. He only made $4 million last year, and they say have his APY at like 1.8. So that's maybe something where us as Bears fans have overevaluated him.
I might if I was the Raiders at 1.8, I might take a shot.
Yeah, I would. Well, I think maybe he'd want 3 or 4, and even at 3 or 4, that's a shot. You know who's still out there? Jabril Peppers is still out there. He's gonna be cheap. He's 31, but he's still good. He's still got some pop. There's some guys out there that where their APY according to over the cap is not bad, and they didn't make. A lot of these guys didn't make big money last year. A couple guys were injured, out of the league, whatever. There's some guys.
I might take Brisker on a prove it deal. Like I don't know if I want to give him 4, but I might tell him like we'll give you 3, and like if you play well, it might lead to a bigger, a longer term deal. Like get him in on a prove it deal and see what happens. We could, because the Raiders could use one thing. We could use is some more interceptions, man. Like the Raiders have not been good at getting interceptions for years now, dude.
It's funny that you bring that up. The Bears last year, obviously, everyone knows, led the league in interceptions. The 3 top interception leaders for the Bears last year, all on other teams now.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, maybe, or it's smart on Poles not to overpay for these guys
Yeah, but I mean, they're the ones making the plays, so you should have at least probably kept one of them. Like that's my looking at it is probably keeping one of them wouldn't have been a bad idea. Like if I would have probably kept Byard because Byard was he seemed to make those opportune interceptions like in key
Well,
moments.
the report too came that Byard got an offer from the Bears, but he chose to go to New England because of his history with Vrabel. Like, dude, you've been in Chicago for a couple years. What about your history with the Bears? Like I don't know. That was kind of weird to me. It's like the Bears. It seems like they made him an offer. Which look, okay, he walked. All right, so now give Brisker some money. Like, I hope Kwani B. I tagged him on this video today in Bears Twitter. So Kwani, man, look, my inbox is open to you, man. If you want to come on and talk, which I know as a free agent you might not, right? Not the players that come on podcasts often like this, but hey, we'd love to have you here. I mean, I love to see where he's at because some of his posts have been kind of cryptic, like the little eyes and stuff like that. Like he's a Brisker is a fan favorite for sure. I love the guy. I think I'd love to see him in Chicago. I love his attitude. I love the way he is with fans, the way he's been on and off the field. He's just a bear to me. And I'm just wondering, like, dude, like, what's your asking price, or what has your asking price been? It'd be cool to know, like, are you looking for 10 million a year? Are you looking for 5 million a year? I think that would probably solve a lot of it. And the medical, obviously, like, has got to be a part of it. But I mean, I'm sure he's cognizant of that. These players aren't dumb; they understand that. I'm just wondering what the holdup. Like, has Chicago even talked to you? Right? Have the Bears even made you an offer? And I'm like, I know last year was kind of like he proved it last year. They gave him the extension, but he proved he can still play. And he especially came on towards the end of the year, like most of the defense came on at the end of the year. I'd love to see Brisker back in Chicago.
And if
So,
not,
hey,
I
what
mean,
about
like I
going to
said, I would be willing to take a shot on him for I mean, if it's 4 mil, okay, like it doesn't leave us much room for the season, but you take a shot on a guy like that, and you might be surprised.
oh, he's a baller when he's
And we
playing.
could we could use some safety help. Like Jeremy Chin is a good strong safety, and Polamalu is decent, but I would view Brisker as an upgrade over Polamalu if I'm being honest. So
Yeah, just kind of. I mean, look at the Bears. Got to pay Kyler Gordon. They got to pay some other guys pretty soon. But I don't know. I mean, dude, for me, for the Bears, I think we were very judicious. I guess is the term I'll use for free agency right now. They're definitely in a window. Bears fans are expected, if not a playoff run this year of some sort. Um, we can't fumble it. I think Brisker would be a good way of pushing us forward. But I guess we'll find out. And I've been looking before we sign off. Let me do one more check to make sure we don't have a contract in Minnesota. It would be really cool if we got to break it here, but no, no contract in Minnesota yet, guys. So tomorrow, join us tomorrow. Ken will be back, and I'm sure we'll be talking about his favorite quarterback, his fantasy keeper, the Keebler Elf, will now be a Minnesota Viking. I wonder how Ken's going to deal with the division rival being his starting quarterback on his fantasy team. We'll find out tomorrow because maybe we'll have a deal signed. But guys, thanks for being with Joe and myself today. And of course, thanks for Vogs for showing up. Fred in the comments as always. Um, and Billy and Snoop. We'll see you guys tomorrow. JB is next. Have a great Thursday, everyone.